Philadelphia. We scored 2 runs. One man scored both of them and got 3 of our 4 hits. And we lost by 8. 8.
10-2, Tigers. Aaron Nola pitched well, and it didn't matter. The bullpen handed the game away in 2 innings.
Aaron Nola pitched well, and it didn't matter. Write that on my headstone. Shoot me an email, jack@thecaptainjackshow.com, and tell me how a team scores 2 runs and still finds a way to lose by 8.
Time, take a look! With good old Captain Jack! Captain!
Good evening, Philadelphia. Your Phillies lost to the Detroit Tigers 10-2 at Comerica Park. That is the 3rd time on this road trip we've gotten the doors blown off. 3rd time, Craig.
3rd double-digit loss of the trip. And the maddening part is the first 5 innings were fine. It was 2-2 after 5. Nola was cruising.
Nola was cruising! I want to be careful here because I love the man and I'm not going to trash him, but he did his job tonight and we buried him anyway. 5 innings, 2 runs, 8 strikeouts.
84 pitches. 3 hits, 8 punch-outs. That's a good night from Aaron Nola. That's the version everybody's been waiting for.
And it's the version that goes in the loss column through no fault of his own. Kevin, are you back there? Tell me you at least had a nice evening.
Hey everybody, Kevin in the booth. I had snacks, so relatively speaking, yeah. Phones are lit up, first caller's ready whenever you want them.
Good man. Quick one for anybody new here. Follow the show wherever you're listening, and if you're on YouTube, subscribe. We show up every night. Win or, well, this.
Especially this. This is when the number really counts.
The number is all I have tonight, Craig. Kevin, who's first?
Carmine in North Philly. He watched the 6th inning. He is not okay.
Cap, Craig! I gotta get this off my chest or I'm gonna throw my television in the street.
Let it out, Carmine. It's a safe space tonight. We all lost.
2-2. Nola's out, fine, whatever. I don't love it, but fine. Then Mayza comes in and it's a balk and a walk. And then he throws the ball into right field on a bunt. A bunt. Cap. The kid squares to bunt and Mayza hands. I'm a run gift wrap.
That's exactly what happened. A balk. A throwing error on a sacrifice bunt. 5 runs in the inning. He was ugly.
5 runs on a bunt play. Craig, my nephew feels that bunt clean, and he's 9.
Carmine, I don't disagree with a single word. That inning was a fire in a paper factory.
I just want somebody to catch the ball and throw it to the right base. That's the whole game. That's all I'm asking for.
It used to be all any of us were asking for. So breathe into a bag, Carmine. Thank you, brother.
Dave from Bucks County is next, and he wants to talk about Nola.
Fellas, I want to stick up for Aaron here, because I can already feel this city sharpening the knives, and it isn't right.
Nobody's sharpening a knife on this show tonight, Dave. Say your piece.
5 innings, 2 runs, 8 strikeouts. That is a good professional start. He gave up a homer to a local kid who's a real hitter, and otherwise he kept us in a game we should have won.
You'll get no argument from me. That's a start you take every 5th day. The offense and the pen let him down, not the other way around.
Thank you, Craig. That's all I want said out loud. Aaron Nola has won a lot of games in this uniform. One good start in July doesn't erase the season, but a bad bullpen shouldn't erase the start either.
That's fair, and I'm glad you said it. He's earned the benefit of the doubt tonight, and he pitched well enough to keep it.
That's all I've got. Chin up, fellas. It's one game.
One game. Thanks, Dave.
And Jen in Center City, closing the block. She's got a theory, obviously.
Hi, guys. Quick one. I'm not here to be sad. I'm here about Derek Hill.
Somebody has to be. He was the only Philly who showed up. Go, Jen.
3 for 4, a homer, an RBI. Single. 3 of our 4 hits. On a night nobody else could touch the ball. So here's where I land. This isn't a bench guy anymore. This is our center fielder.
He's making it hard to sit him. He's hitting well over 300 since he got here, and he plays a real center field.
So you play him every day, and by August, he's not the fourth outfielder. He's the leadoff guy who turns the whole lineup over. I've seen enough. Derek Hill, everyday player, book it.
Jen, you took a loss and found a starting job in it. I don't even have the energy to argue.
You don't have to. It's just true. Thanks, guys. Feel better.
We'll try. Thank you, Jen.
Let me do the standings, because they didn't collapse even if the bullpen did. We're 52 and 43. 3.5 back of Atlanta in the East. And Miami is right there with us, 52 and 43.
Tied with the Marlins again. Dolores keeps warning me about Miami, and I keep not listening, and I keep being wrong.
We're still holding a wild card, so the sky is not falling in the standings. But the Tigers we just lost to are 9-1 in their last 10, and they've won 6 straight. That's a hot club, and they took it to us.
They took it to us! And here's the thing that eats at me. This is the pattern, Craig. We win a 1-run game, then we lose by 8. Win by 1, lose by 8. You can't build anything on that. That's not a season. That's a heartbeat monitor. I brought the chart to an actual cardiologist, Craig. Win by 1, lose by 8, win by 1, lose by 8, win by 1, lose by 8. He studied it for a long time, and then he took my hand and he said, "Sir, whoever this belongs to is not going to make it to August." And I said, "Doc, it's a baseball team." And he said, "That's worse."
It's uneven, no question. The offense is feast or famine, and the pen has been leaky. But let me walk the game, because it's not all darkness. There's exactly one bright spot, and his name is Derek Hill.
Give me Hill. He's the only reason I'm still sitting in this chair.
Top of the third, 1-0 Phillies. Hill turns around a knuckle curve from Jack Flaherty and hits it 427 feet to center. 104 off the bat. That's a real swing on a real pitch.
427 feet. For a minute there, we had a lead, and it was because of a guy who wasn't even supposed to start. And then in the fourth, he singles Harper in to tie it back up at 2.
3 for 4, 2 runs batted in. 3 of the 4 hits this team got all night. The other hit was a Brandon Marsh single. That's the whole offense. 9 other guys, 1 hit.
9 other guys, 1 hit. Trey, Schwarber, Harper, Bohm, all of them. 1 single between them and a pile of nothing. Craig, we have a very expensive lineup that decided to take the night off and let the 4th outfielder carry the piano.
The top of the order was quiet, and it's been quiet. That's a real thing to watch. But the game turned in the 6th, and it turned on the bullpen. 2-2, Nola's night is done, and it comes apart. Mayza's balk, the walk, the error on the bunt, and then James Outman rips a 2-run triple. 5 runs.
A buck! Who balks in a tie game? And then the 7th. Tell me about the 7th, Craig, because I've been trying to forget it.
Max Lazar gives up a solo homer to Colt Keith, and then a 2-run shot to Spencer Torkelson, his 16th. 2 swings, 3 runs, and it's 10-2. That's the ball game.
Colt Keith and Torkelson took our relievers deep like it was a derby with volunteer pitching. Our pen walked into a 2-2-2 tie and catered a barbecue for the whole Detroit dugout. That's how a hot club stays hot, Craig. You just keep feeding it. 2 innings, 8 runs, and a good Nola start in the dumpster. And I want to mention the umpire quickly and then never again, because it wasn't the story. Hunter Wendelstedt behind the plate, 6 challenges in this game, 3 of them overturned. Even split both ways.
3 out of 6. And remember how it works. The player challenges the human umpire, and the computer either backs him or corrects him. Tonight it was 50-50, and it hit both teams. No complaints from me on that. We didn't lose because of the strike zone.
We lost because we forgot how to catch and throw for 2 innings. The inbox is open if you want to yell about it. Jack at thecaptainjackshow.com. Tell me the last time we scored 2 runs and still lost by 8.
Before we go further, let me pull up the game thread. This is the Our Phillies Live one, posted while it was happening in real time as the wheels came off.
On a loss, I don't get to mock the panic. I just get to nod along with it. Read them.
First, goodnight Murderback, who found the one thing to smile about mid-blowout. Stubbs the only pitcher with a clean inning. That's my GOAT.
Our best reliever tonight was the backup catcher. And this person is right. Garrett Stubbs came in and threw a perfect inning, and he did not walk anybody, and he did not give up a run, which puts him ahead of every arm we actually pay to pitch.
Next, Graham Arplice, keeping it short. When we lose, we really lose.
When we lose, we really lose. That is the whole team in 5 words. We don't lose close ones, Craig. We lose the kind where you check the schedule to make sure it's still 1 game and not 2.
And last, Advoti, watching the box score in the 7th. Sadly, Derek Hill remains the entire offense.
Sadly, Derek Hill remains the entire offense. This person typed the word sadly, and I feel it in my chest. He was right when he wrote it, and he was right when the game ended.
The panic was correct tonight. That's the difference between a win and a loss. Some nights the meltdown is just the truth showing up early.
Kevin, you've been quiet back there. You got one of your things? I could use a distraction.
I do, actually, and this one's real. Did you know Chad Smith was in the Tigers booth tonight?
The drummer, Red Hot Chili Peppers. He grew up a Tigers fan, apparently.
Right. And here's the thing. He sits down in that booth, and within a couple innings, Detroit scores 8 runs. 8. A drummer walks in, and the whole Tigers lineup suddenly finds a tempo they didn't have for 5 innings.
Kevin.
I'm just saying, a guy who's kept time for a living his whole life sits down over the home dugout, and the Tigers go from cold to a 5-run inning and back-to-back homers all on beat. That's not hitting. That's a metronome. Somebody set the tempo, and Detroit followed it.
You think a rock drummer conducted a 5-run rally from the broadcast booth?
I think it's a heck of a coincidence that they couldn't score for 5 innings and then a professional timekeeper showed up. That's all. Back to you.
The kid found a way to blame our bullpen on the Chili Peppers, and honestly, it's the best theory I've heard all night. Let's go to the farm before I lose it completely. Give me the future, Craig. The present just lost by 8. I need to believe in something.
AAA, Andrew Painter. And I'll be honest, it wasn't his night either. Rough one down in Lehigh Valley. His line's still sitting at 3 starts, 12 2/3 innings, and an ERA up over 6.
Over 6! Craig, the whole city is waiting on this kid, and he's getting knocked around in Allentown. I've been patient. I have been the most patient man in Philadelphia.
You have not been patient, but I understand the feeling. It's 3 starts back from a major injury. That ERA is going to bounce around while they build him up. This is the boring part. The boring part matters.
The boring part is killing me. Fine. Who's next?
AA, Braydon Tucker. 26 years old, 6-6, 3.13 ERA, 69 strikeouts in 77 2/3 innings. Nobody's top prospect, and he just keeps taking the ball and getting people out.
At 313E, our A sounds like a vacation right now. Put him on a bus. I'll take anybody who can throw a clean inning. I don't care where he's from.
High A, that's Gabriel Rinconez Jr. on a quick stint, and I'll leave that one alone. He was up here going to 0 for 4 tonight. Single A, Cade Obermueller, 22, and here's the number, 39 strikeouts in 23 2/3 innings.
39 strikeouts in 23 innings? That's a kid missing bats. I'll take a little wildness if the swing and miss is real, and 39 and 23 is very real.
14 walks in there too, so it's not clean, but you're right, the strikeouts are loud. And down in the rookie league, Francisco Renteria, still 17 years old, an OPS. Just under 1,000, 3 homers, and 15 stolen bases.
17 years old and an OPS near 1,000. Craig, that's the one. On a night like this, I need a 17-year-old in the rookie league to dream on, and I've got one. Thank you, farm system. You're carrying the whole mood. Let's take the wide angle. Kevin, who's holding for the second block.
Reggie in Camden. He's got a chart. He always has a chart.
Captain, Reggie and Camden. I'm calm tonight, Cap, but I need you to make some calls before the deadline. because I've worked it out.
Work it out for me, Reggie. Slowly. I'm fragile.
Tonight, 4 of our pitchers threw. One of them was the backup catcher, and he was the best of the bunch. That's your evidence right there in the box score. We do not have a bullpen. We have Joan Duran and a rumor.
That is a bleak way to put it, and it is not entirely wrong. Outside of Duran, it's been shaky.
So here's the plan, Cap. Between now and the deadline, you go get 2 relievers. Not 1, 2. A lefty who can get an out and a guy who can eat the 6. So we stop feeding tie games to the wrong arms. 2 arms and this team is a monster.
2 relievers. I don't hate it, Reggie. That's not deranged. That's just correct.
I know it's correct. That's what I'm saying. I'm not even asking for a bat, Cap. I'm asking for 2 guys who can throw strikes in the 6th inning. Make the calls.
The calls are made, Reggie. In my head, where I keep all my calls and none of my relievers. Thank you, brother.
Lou from Fairmount up next.
Fellas, 10-2.
Lou, you heard it too, huh?
I heard it. And I'll tell you what got me. The bunt. The other fella squares to bunt in the 6th, and our pitcher picks it up and throws it away. A bunt play, boys.
A throwing error on a sacrifice, and a run scores. It was a rough sequence, Lou.
In 1968, a pitcher fielded his position or he didn't pitch. You practiced the bunt play till it was boring. Fielding, backing up bases, covering first. That was the job before the job. Nobody drills it now, and it shows up on a Friday night in Detroit.
You think it's a lost art, Lou?
I think a lot of things are lost, Cap, and I've stopped expecting to find them. A pitcher who can bunt, a pitcher who can field a bunt. Small things. They used to be the whole game. Good night, boys. Try to sleep.
Good night, Lou. That man makes losing feel like the end of an era, and tonight I can't say he's wrong.
And Dolores from Manny Young to close it out.
Hello, boys. What a sad little game. I only want to point out one thing, and then I'll let you go.
There's always one thing, Dolores. Break my heart gently.
Your 2 runs, dear. Both of them. Scored by the same man. Derek Hill did everything a person can do. And it wasn't close to enough, because nobody stood next to him. And that's the omen, sweetheart, not the loss. The loneliness of it.
The rest of the lineup went 1 for 19. She's reading it right, Jack.
One man can't carry a team, dear. And this team keeps asking one man too. Some night it's Duran. Some night it's little Derek Hill. And one by one, they get tired. That's how it ends. Quietly, with a tired man in center field.
Dolores, you just turned a 3-hit night into a funeral.
I turn everything into a funeral, sweetheart. It's my one gift. Good night, boys. Feel better. You won't, but feel better.
Good night, Dolores. She's going to outlive us all and narrate it. You know what, Craig? I can't end the night on Dolores. Let's call somebody. Let's call Schwarber. He went 0 for 3. He's got to be as miserable as I am.
He's at the All-Star break prepping for a home run derby. He is not miserable.
Then let's find out what he's thinking. Kevin, dial him up.
Hey, hello?
Kyle, Captain Jack in Philadelphia. Is this Kyle Schwarber?
Yeah, today I am. What's up?
Rough night, Kyle. 0 for 3. Team loses by 8. Talk to me about the offense.
Yeah, the swing will come back. I ain't worried about the swing. You know what I am worried about? They moved the tournament to a gym floor this weekend. A gym floor, Jack.
The what? Kyle, we lost 10-2. What tournament?
You can't knuckle down on hardwood, man. There's no dirt. The whole game is the dirt. You need a little give in the ring so your shooter grabs. On a gym floor, everything skids. My taw's sliding right past the mibs.
You went 0 for 3 tonight, and you're worried about a floor.
The 0 for 3 is temporary, Craig. The floor is Saturday. Priorities. My flick's been off all week, and now they take away the dirt too. Still hot?
Kyle, do you know what the score of the baseball game was tonight?
Something to something. We'll get him tomorrow. Listen, I gotta go. I gotta go find a rug I can practice on before Saturday. Hardwood's gonna eat me alive. Yeah, bye.
That was not Kyle Schwarber.
I think that may have been the fake Kyle Schwarber. And he's got a marble tournament on a gym floor, which is somehow the most stressed anybody's been about anything all night.
He had more of a game plan than our bullpen did. Hot takes from the masses, Jack. This is the R Phillies subreddit after the final out, so these folks have had time to sit in it.
Considered misery. Let's hear it.
First up, Philly Fanatical, giving credit where it's due. Hats off to Derek Hill for showing up tonight, especially on short notice.
On short notice! That's the detail! This man wasn't even in the lineup, and he goes 3 for 4 and scores both our runs. Hats off is right, Philly Fanatical. Take the whole hat, take mine too. He earned it.
Next, and this one's for Dave from a user named MP45. We lost, and it actually wasn't Nola's fault.
We lost, and it wasn't Nola's fault. Print it and hang it in the clubhouse. The man threw 5 good innings and 8 strikeouts, and the loss is on the 2 innings after he left. I said it up top, and a stranger on the internet said it too, so now it's official.
And last, from Amaranto RWS, who's celebrating the wrong hero. Garrett Stubbs with an E, our A of 0 going into the All-Star break.
An ERA of 0.0. Our catcher. Craig, tell me that's true. Tell me the backup catcher goes into the break with a perfect ERA.
Not quite. His season numbers up over 5. And tonight's scoreless inning actually brought it down, not to 0. But here's the part that stings. Even at 5 and change, that is a better ERA than a couple of guys we ran out there tonight.
The backup catcher has a better ERA than real relievers. That's not a hot take, Craig. That's a cry for help, and I'm crying it right along with him.
Reggie said all we've got is Joe on Duran and a rumor. Turns out it's Duran, a rumor, and a catcher with a better ERA than the rumor.
All right, Philadelphia, we're drawing to a close. And even on a night like this, it's time for the caller's walk-off. Kevin, open the lines. Keep them short. I can't take long tonight. You're up for the walk-off. Swing.
A balk and a throwing error on a bunt. That's how you lose a tie game. Somebody catch the ball.
That's the plate. Swing.
A pitcher who can't field a bunt. In my day, that man drove a truck. 1968, boys.
Step in, swing.
Derek Hill, 3 for 4, everyday center fielder. That's the one good thing, and I'm keeping it.
Walk off, swing.
Nola went 5 and gave up 2. That's a start you win. We didn't. Not on him.
You're up, swing.
The backup catcher had the best inning. Go get 2 relievers. That's the whole deadline, Cap.
Swing.
2 runs, 1 man scored both. He'll get tired, dear. They always do.
Last one. Swing.
9 hitters, 1 hit. Pay the man in center and sit the rest of them.
That's the walk-off, folks. Lights out on a long one. What a miserable night, Craig. 2 runs. 1 guy got both of them. A good Nola start we threw in the trash. And a bullpen that gave up 8 in 2 innings. And the backup catcher was our best arm. I'm going to feel this one in the morning. You want the truth, I'd be more upset if I had a bigger setting for it. I went looking past despairing tonight, and there just isn't a room back there. This is as low as the dial goes. And it's plenty.
52 and 43. 3.5 back of Atlanta, tied with Miami, and we're still holding a wild card. It was a bad night, not a bad season. The pen is the thing to fix, and there's a deadline coming to fix it.
Before we go, Do something for me because I need it. Drop your player of the game in the comments. And yeah, I already know it's Derek Hill, but tell me anyway. Like, subscribe, and follow the show wherever you're listening. That's how a little show gets through a 10-2 night.
And how Kevin blames the next loss on a saxophone player.
It'll be a bass player, Craig, and I'll have the tape.
One more time. The inbox is open all night. Jack at thecaptainjackshow.com. Tell me your player of the game. Tell me to trade for a reliever. Tell me Derek Hill should never sit again. For Craig Nicholson and Kevin in the booth, I'm Captain Jack. 10-2, Philadelphia. We win tomorrow.